You guys, that workout was pretty intense. It was core yoga on the Nike Training Club app. I believe that's what it's called. Yes, so the Nike Training Club app, they have different types of workout for your upper body, your abs, your legs, yoga. I just did core strength yoga. I am trying to work on my core, but that's done. Just finished taking a shower, washing my face and brushing my teeth. Now I'm about to study. As you can see, I am still downstairs in my living room. I do not want to go upstairs until it is time for me to work. It is now 6:37, so I'm gonna study till about 7:45, fix me something to eat, fix my tea, and then head upstairs to work. And then I'm in my office almost 8 hours out of the day. I don't want to be in there when I study, so I'm just gonna sit downstairs while I do that. Right now I am working on section 2 of regulation. I did start completely over April 1st. I'm a little behind schedule, but I do think that I'll be able to pick that up by the weekend. I do think that I'll be able to catch back up on the weekend. Who knows? But right now I am working on section 2 of reg using Roger CPA. I have a little bit of notes to rewrite, and then I'm going to work on multiple choice questions. And I have an hour to do that. It's about, I think I have 3 pages of notes left. Hopefully that does not take me a long time. Writing notes and rewriting notes sucks tremendously, but that's how I retain my information. And I can tell you that for section 1, when I first started reg, I was getting about like 30s and 40s on the multiple choice questions. This time around, after I rewrote my notes, I was getting 60s, 70s, and 80s. So for me, repetition helps. I don't know about you, but for me it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and rewrite those, try to knock out some multiple choice questions right now, and see how much I can do within this next hour. Okay, so notes are done. It is now 7:17. So I have a little less than 30 minutes to do some multiple choice questions. I'm gonna just grab my iPad. And let's see. Roger. So I'm only going to do maybe 20 multiple choice questions since I only have about 30 minutes. Maybe 15. Let's do all corporate tax next. We are going to do, I'll go with 20 questions. Okay. So the time is now 7:45 and I actually bombed my multiple choice questions. I actually got 50% and I completed 20 questions. I was kind of rushing, I was not focused, so that's that. So right now I'm about to boil me some water to make my tea and chop up some apples and have apples and peanut butter for breakfast. Okay, so the time is now 8:02 and I am about to log in. I'm gonna check my emails first to see if there's anything that I need to do right off the bat before I get started on my daily task. I am gonna jot down what I do need to complete for the day because we have to make a running list at the end of every week about what we did complete for the current week and what we are going to work on going into the next week.
Welcome to Duo. If you were not expecting this call, please hang up. Otherwise, press any key on your phone to log in. Thank you. Goodbye.
So for those of you who do not know, I am an accountant for public utilities. Our office is actually closed to the public, but the employees who need to go into the office still do go into the office. I was going into the office every Thursday and then our manager switched it to come in every other Thursday only because there's invoices that still need to go out that needs to be physically mailed, as well as checks that needs to be deposited. I have to go in and get those checks straight to deposit so they're not sitting and get voided within 90 days that checks get voided. So everybody that does have the capability to work from home can work from home, and I happen to be one of those people. I was able to get a laptop and I was able to bring my portable scanner home, so anything that I need to scan and save as PDFs, I can do so. I brought my own second monitor, keyboard, and mouse just so that I could have the exact same setup that I have at work to keep the same type of productivity that I would usually have if I was in the office. 95% of the time I am working from my beauty room. Sometimes I will go downstairs and work downstairs if I need a change of scenery, but for the most part I am up here getting my work done. So as you can see, this is the little setup that I do have for when I am working at home. So I'm waiting for this one file to open so that I can continue to fill out my work to-do list for today. It's a huge file. It is saved, so it takes about 10 minutes to open. It's not that bad when I'm actually at work on the network, but being that I'm at home it is taking a tad bit longer. Pretty much my to-do list for today. Everything can get done on this list. So I'm going to wrap this up over here. And I'm going to get to work. So basically all I do all day is look in Excel spreadsheets. This is the God honest truth. I don't think that there's anything that I do that's not in an Excel spreadsheet. And then even when I'm doing invoices, before I put them in, I get them approved by putting them into an Excel spreadsheet. So basically all that I'm doing now is running our bank reports to verify yesterday's numbers to make sure everything that was put in the books came out of the bank, and then run any returns that we had. So this part usually takes me maybe, I would say, an hour to 2 hours. It all depends on if there are items that hit the bank that weren't supposed to. So if that happens, then I have to go in and I have to do research on those, which could take a few minutes or it can take days, depending on if I have to reach out to the bank to get more information on it. And then for the rest of the day, I'm just going to be working on our monthly closing items. So it's the beginning of the month, and we usually take about 10 business days to close. Right now we are on business day 5, so we have 5 more days, but I try to knock mine out early just in case I do have any issues that can be fixed before we actually close. So I've done 95% of my journal entries and maybe 75% of my reconciliations. That way, if my recs are wrong or something's off, it can be fixed before we close for the month. So that's all I'm gonna be working on today. So I'll be here till about 12, 1 o'clock, and then I will break for lunch. So I actually had to set up shop in the kitchen for a little while. I don't get much service in my office, and with Terry updating his game, kind of just knocks it off. So the router is in the kitchen, so that is where I am until his game updates. And as for my to-do list today, I haven't even gotten through half of my list, honestly. So I did the daily financial, I did the interface batches, and I did that one journal entry, and that is it. It's possible that everything can still get checked off today, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on it. But for right now, I'm going to continue to work until our food gets here. We actually ordered some food off of Grubhub. We're running low. Well, I'm not gonna say we're running low on food. We're running low on easy food to make, I guess I should say. So I'm gonna continue working until the food gets here, and then I will take my lunch break and try to knock out everything that is left on this list to do. I think I restarted my computer about 3 times today already. So I've been having a few issues, which is almost like an everyday thing. I get knocked out of my email maybe about 5 times a day. So I have to restart that, which I'm gonna do now. Okay, so that should be back up and running. So I'm gonna try to knock out some of these reconciliations. They're pretty easy. Well, yeah, it just takes up a little bit more time. So I'm gonna knock those out, send out these emails, put in the help desk ticket, and that's pretty much everything that's on my list. So I think I can get everything done, but we will see. Okay, so my lunch is here, so it is time to take my break and stuff my face. So I'm gonna say that. So by the time I finish eating, I should be good to go back upstairs. So I am finally back in my workspace, and so far, the computer is working fine. Let's try to open a file just to make sure. Yep, I'm doing good. So I'm going to try to knock out these last few things. These last few things on my to-do list for today. And I will see you guys in a few. So I was able to get a lot checked off of my to-do list for work. However, there were still some recs left that I still had to complete. So that'll just go on my to-do list for tomorrow. I I did end up finishing up at 4. After I finished working, I just laid down for a bit and was a bum and watched TV, caught up on some shows, and then I decided to get up and cook. I actually cooked salmon, white rice, and corn for dinner. Right now, my mom and Ty's nephew is staying with us, so I cooked dinner for everyone. So that is it for my day in the life as a quarantine accountant. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified. And I will see you guys in my next video.